Hello my friends, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name's Tori if you're new, and I am so stinking excited that you're here. Today we are going through a little Kindle Unlimited haul because I don't know about y'all, but your girl's been buying way too many books lately, and so here I am spending $10 a month on Kindle Unlimited and I need to use it more. Lately I have been super into very dark emotional books. So I have a little bit of dark romance, a little bit of Greek retellings, a little bit of everything. So if you are excited for this video, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you want to see more from me, and let's talk about some books. Okay, so the first three that I'm going to mention are in a trilogy, but each of these books is kind of a spin-off, so you don't have to necessarily read them in order or read one in order to read the other. So it is the Grecian Woman Trilogy, which is by Hannah M. Lynn. I have officially read the first book in this series. I just finished it today, actually. It's called Athena's Child. This one is a Medusa retelling. If you follow me on Instagram, you know that I've been all about Medusa. She's taking over my entire heart and soul. She is my queen.
I love her with everything in my entire being.
Athena's Child is a Medusa retelling, but really I would say it's a Medusa and Perseus retelling, because the first half of the book details Medusa's story, how she came to be the Gorgon Medusa with her crown of snakes. And then the second half of the story is Perseus's story, and how his and Medusa's stories are intertwined, and how Athena kind of has a hand in the entire framing of the story. This book was really, really beautiful. It's very short as well if you're looking for something quick. Also, if you're looking for an approachable writing style to a Greek retelling, because I know sometimes the writing can be a little bit too old-timey, it's a little bit hard to understand. This is not like that at all. It's a very approachable retelling. I just love, I love hearing about Medusa's story. It is very difficult. Please know that there are trigger warnings of rape and also victim blaming. It can be hard to read at times, but I think it provides a really important criticism of the male gaze. I love that Medusa, you know, she's portrayed as a monster, but in actuality, if you know her story, the monster is society. The monster is the men that are in that story. And so it's so impactful. It's so beautiful. I love Medusa. She is my number one. She is taking over my entire life and becoming my personality. Highly recommend that book. I gave it 4.5 stars. The second book in this trilogy is called A Spartan Sorrow. Our main character, I'm probably not saying this correctly, is Clytemnestra, and she is one of Greece's most formidable queens. Her husband willingly sacrifices their eldest daughter to appease the gods while at war, and our main character, Clytemnestra, vows to do whatever it takes to protect her remaining children, but in doing so, she faces losing them all together. It's a story of love, loss, bitter betrayals, and it's really a story of motherhood, motherly love, and sacrificing everything to protect your children. The reason I'm interested in this is because I loved Hannah Lynn's writing so much in the first one, Athena's Child, that yes, I'm going to continue on with her series. They're all quite short books as well, so if you want like really beautiful writing style, if you like that kind of historical fiction Greek retelling genre, I think that these would be fantastic. The last one in the series is called Queens of Themyscira. No idea if I'm saying that correctly. And this one is about the Amazons, the Amazon women who are mentioned a lot in Greek retellings, but I've never really encountered a true story of these Amazon warrior women, and like, how stunning is that? So we follow Hippolyte. She is the queen of the Amazons, and when a ship lands on their shores, it brings something more dangerous than the threat of war. It brings a future Hippolyte could have never dreamed of. Swept away to Athens, she learns a love that transcends even the bond of the Amazon women. Can she forget her warrior past and forge a new life that she never dreamed of? And then the other half of the story is from her sister's perspective, Penthesilea, and she's left with no choice but to rise as the new queen of the Amazons. Since her sister, something happened to her, she's not there anymore. She does so with a ferocity that sparks terror through the Aegean. Replacing her sister's compassion and wisdom, Penthesilea rules with impulsiveness and might. So when Hippolyte's world starts to crumble, it is up to Penthesilea to decide how far she will go to defend their honor. I literally cannot wait for all of them.
Yep.
Moving away from Greek retellings.
For a moment.
The Nightshade duology. Y'all, this duology is after my freaking heart. This is a gothic paranormal romance. Say less, I'm already there. But also throw in fallen angels. A duology after my freaking heart. I've actually started the first book already, and I can tell you the writing style is freaking stunning, very dark. There's a lot of really graphic like murder scenes so far. It's very like creepy, dark, emotional, and I can't wait to get to the romance. This book is going to have forbidden love. I haven't got there yet. I'm only 10% of the way through, but basically this book is jumping between the past and the present. Our present main character, her dad used to be a professor at Yale who taught about ancient religions and Christianity, but he was deemed as insane, or like he went mad because he discovered this basically religious cult that broke off of Christianity. He believed that he discovered this kind of purgatory-like realm and just went off the deep end with these fallen angels that kind of live in purgatory, and like all of these things that they were up to with the souls that live in purgatory. So this book does have religious theme. There's a lot of really dark religious things going on. If I had to give it an aesthetic, I would kind of say that it's like supernatural vibes. If you've watched Supernatural, hi, hello, we need to be best friends. The only thing is, it's not lighthearted like Supernatural is. It is very like dark and emotional. We're also going to get the perspective of Jericho Van Croy. He is the epitome of everything she's been told to fear, a raven-winged harbinger who wears intrigue like a warm black cloak. An enigma I'm determined to unravel, even if it means getting closer than I should. One touch is forbidden. Even so much as a kiss would be my demise. I can't wait to get more into this book. I'm already so hooked. I started it this morning. Obsessed. The next one is also a dark romance. It's called Haunting Adeline by H.D. Carlton. I feel like this one does have a fair amount of popularity if you follow any dark romance people on TikTok or Instagram. So this is called the Cat and Mouse Duet. There's two books. There's Haunting Adeline and then Hunting Adeline, I believe. I'm not gonna lie, the synopsis is a little bit confusing because it's kind of going back and forth between him talking about her and her talking about him. But basically, he is this like ghouly specter type thing, and he can manipulate the emotions of anyone who lets him. And it sounds like he gets obsessed with this girl. Tough to say whether she's a human or something else, if she's like a ghouly specter type thing like he is. But basically, he is obsessed with her. She also falls in love with him, and it is a very toxic game that they're playing with each other, and I'm here for it. The next one is Twisted Love by Anna Huang. These books are everywhere. I feel like everyone's talking about them. I need to be involved in this because it is another dark, kind of like dark romance to my understanding, because he has a heart of ice, he hates everyone but her type trope, which I simp over regularly. His name is Alex Volkov. He is a devil blessed with the face of an angel and cursed with a past he can't escape. Driven by tragedy that has haunted him for most of his life, his ruthless pursuits for success and vengeance leave little room for matters of the heart. However, I'm sorry if you can hear JMO snoring in the background. When he finds her, everything changes. Ava Chen is a free spirit trapped by nightmares of a childhood she can't remember. But despite her broken past, she's never stopped seeing the beauty in the world, including the heart beneath the icy exterior of a man she shouldn't want. Her brother's best friend. Juicy! I love it. That's all I'm gonna say. I have one more Greek retelling. I have to throw it in here. I'm sorry if you're sick of these. I am in my Greek retelling era and I'm trying to find the most approachable writing to Greek retellings. That way, if you guys like them too, you have a lot of options. But I'm sorry, I'm just obsessed with them at the moment. So the last one that I'm going to mention is called Song of Sacrifice, and it is by Janelle Rhiannon. Takes place during the Trojan War, and we follow a lot of different perspectives of different women because there was a lot going on during the Trojan War. So in this one we also follow a perspective of Clytemnestra, which was in one of the other books that I mentioned, but we also follow Leda of Sparta, who survives a brutal assault by Zeus, shouldering a terrible secret in silence. We also follow Penelope, who raises Ithaca's sole heir alone, praying for Odysseus's swift return. We follow Thetis, who is a sea nymph. She despairs of her son's destiny and resorts to forbidden magic to save him. If you don't know, Thetis is Achilles' mother. I love that so much because Thetis is a perspective that she's represented in Song of Achilles. She's also represented in The Silence of the Girls by Pat Barker. She's represented in a lot of retellings of Achilles' story, but she's always seen a villain type character. I'm so excited to get her perspective. And then the last perspective is Shavash of Pedasus. She prepares her daughter to marry the greatest warrior who's ever lived. In a world where love leads to war and duty leads to destruction, the iron hearts of heroines will conquer all. This is book 1 in the Homeric Chronicles. I'm very curious to see if I like Janelle Rhiannon's writing style, because if I do, it's another series that I'm probably going to talk about nonstop. So there's that. Then I have a horror. It's called The Drowning Kind by Jennifer McMahon. I read The Winter People by Jennifer McMahon not too long ago, a couple months ago, and absolutely loved her writing style. It is very creepy deeps, but it has a really, really strong plot, and it's not creepy the whole time. It really built up to the creepiness, and there was a really nice climactic creepy point in that book. I fell in love with her writing style, so I'm very excited to start reading more of her backlist. If you're looking to get into horror, I think that Jennifer McMahon is a good author to start with, and her whole backlist is on Kindle Unlimited. So let's talk about The Drowning Kind. Our main character is Jax. She is a social worker, and her older sister starts calling her nonstop one night. She assumes it's just another one of her sister's episodes because her sister is kind of manic and out of touch with reality, and she really just wants her to leave her alone. Well, the next day, her older sister Lexi is found dead at their grandmother's old estate. When Jax arrives at the house to go through her sister's things, she learns that Lexi was researching the history of their family and the property. As she dives deeper into the research herself, she discovers that the land holds a far darker past than she could have ever imagined. What I found in The Winter People by Jennifer McMahon, she does like to write about kind of cursed land or cursed houses, haunted houses type trope. And then the last book that I'm going to mention is called Satan's Affair. It's also by H.D. Carlton. I didn't realize that until just now. Trigger warnings, this is a dark read that contains graphic violence, sex, and triggering situations. Every Halloween, Satan's Affair will come to you. They travel the country offering terrifying haunted houses, thrilling rides, and the tastiest food. So it's kind of like a Halloween carnival, if you will. With every passing town, I cleanse this world, one execution at a time. I hide within the walls, casting my judgment for those who reek of evil, singing lullabies to their rotting souls. Once you've been chosen, there is no escaping my henchmen. They cater to my every desire. You can run, you can hide, but it only excites me. Come take a walk through my dollhouse, where your screams will blend and your cute little pleas will go unanswered. But I can't promise it'll be over quickly. Obsessed. I'm literally obsessed. Also, this book is under 200 pages. I want to say it's about 180 pages. So I know it's going to be really fast and really scary. Love it. So that is my quick little Kindle Unlimited haul. I hope that you found some good book recommendations. If you're planning on reading any of these books, please let me know in the comments down below. I love to talk about books with you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I will catch you in the comments, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye, friends.